Good evening and thanks for joining us. This Canada Day is one that people in southern Saskatchewan and Manitoba won't soon forget. Instead of celebrating, they're trying to save their homes and communities from rising floodwaters. Here's a look at where the rain has hit hardest. Brandon, Manitoba and Melville, Saskatchewan have been swamped. Today, the hospital in Melville was evacuated. 86 communities have now declared states of emergency, and Saskatchewan's premier says the damage will be in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Robin Gill reports.
Melville is the smallest city in Saskatchewan with one big problem: water everywhere. The flooding is so bad the local hospital had to be evacuated, with the water lapping at the hospital doors.
This involves some 128 patients and residents, and they were able to do this within the space of 1 hour. We moved them to our rec center.
Over 50 towns in Saskatchewan have been affected by the flooding. The last major flood in 2011 cost $360 million. The premier says this one will cost a whole lot more, which is why the province is sending in as much help as possible.
Resources be redeployed from the wildfire fighting units that we have to deal with the flood.
In Wolseley, the town looks abandoned. The fire hall, located on Water Street, is now surrounded by water.
2011, we had another flood, and I would say it would be equal, maybe even more significant this year.
The few cabin owners left are trying to protect their property. There's just as much misery in Manitoba. The town of Verdun and 24 nearby communities have declared a state of emergency.
They're devastated, shocked, but we'll get through it.
They're getting through it with neighbor helping neighbor, filling up thousands of sandbags.
It's a small town, so you know everybody, and it kind of touches home no matter who it is.
What's even more worrisome, a new dike may not hold.
North of the #1 highway is a monster of a lake that all that water will have to flow through town.
This emergency is bringing up memories of 2011, when the rising Souris River brought in the army.
I thought it was bad in 2011, but compared with this, it was nothing.
Back in Melville, the rain has stopped. The residents and the mayor are trying to put on a brave face.
It's been sort of an unusual Canada Day event here in Melville.
One that's working its way into the history books. Robin Gill, Global News.